Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee with Student Life. This is going to be a little bit of, we're going to tell you a little bit about our different areas within student life, and just kind of have a nice hangout where we can answer any questions and find out what you're all interested in. So as I mentioned, my name is Quinn Blue. I use he, him pronouns, and I am the coordinator at the Wellness and Equity Center. And I'll talk a little bit about what the Wellness and Equity Center is momentarily, but I don't know if Nicole, maybe you want to introduce yourself as well?
Yeah, hi everybody. My name is Nicole Hall. I'm the Clubs and Community Coordinator. I'm on campus today if anybody has any questions, also on the Zoom call today. Basically, if you would like to start a club or join a club, I'm your person to go to, and you can reach out to me anytime.
And Jessica, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm Jessica McCabe. I'm the Food Cupboard Coordinator. So basically the Food Cupboard is a supportive emergency service for students experiencing financial difficulties who are unable to purchase food. They can come and see me and I can give them a 3-day supply of food and refer them to other resources in the city.
Amazing. So many important services and resources on campus. Yeah, and the Wellness and Equity Center is a center that focuses on mental health and wellness and all the different equity-based issues that can impact that. We do that through peer support, education, programming, and I'm just really excited to meet all of you. So I'm seeing some questions coming in the chat already. So yeah, please feel free as we're going along to ask questions either by unmuting yourself or by asking questions in the chat. And you'll see Patrick Newell in the chat answering questions on behalf of the Student Life team. So yeah, feel free to participate in whatever way works for you.
So I do see a question there. How do I join a team or club? And that's a great question. We actually have a Clubs and Community website page, which you can go to and you can see all the clubs that we have available. We are still adding clubs as more people join and are interested in starting something. So always be checking to see what's new. But on that website, you can actually say, join this club, fill out the form that's there. It's pretty short. And then that information will go directly to the club leaders. And then they'll be able to get in contact with you about upcoming events and things that they're doing within their club. So it's really that simple. Just check out the website online.
Patrick just did a link for it too.
Perfect. Thanks, Patrick.
And I see a question, I think, around clubs as well. What options are available for remote learners?
Yeah, so most of the clubs are still remote at this time. We're kind of transitioning as the college is transitioning as well. We're trying to make it accessible for both people who are online learners and on-campus learners. So I think there's going to be dual events, some online and some on campus. Again, it is per club because the club leaders get to run their own clubs and they get to kind of see what they want to do based on the people who are part of the club. So it is per club. We are trying to encourage both online and on-campus events.
And with that too, if there's any particular things that you as a remote learner want to do, then talk to Nicole because she'll get you set up with whatever club you want to start.
Absolutely.
And I see a question there as well around if there's any LGBTQ plus clubs.
I don't have a club currently right now for LGBTQ plus specifically, but if you'd like to start one, I'd love to talk to you about that. We also have the Wellness and Equity Center, which Quinn runs, which might be a great place to meet people who also would love to join a club like that and start something that's really inclusive.
Yeah, for sure. And so the Wellness and Equity Center organizes a ton of different LGBTQ plus focused events. So please do get involved there. And if there's like events that you'd like to see that I'm not organizing yet, I absolutely want to support that as well. Whether you're starting a club or not, then the Wellness and Equity Center is a great place for that. But if you do start an LGBT plus club and you want some additional support from the Wellness and Equity Center, I'm happy to support as well. I believe someone is not currently on mute, so I'm just gonna, there we go. Yeah. Are there other questions that people have? Ooh, intramural leagues in the fall.
Hi, I have a question. I saw on the website for creating a club, number 5 says all club members must be a club fee paying students of the Students Association. What does that mean exactly?
Yeah, great question. So that's actually just saying you're a full-time student and that you pay student association fees. That's all that that's saying.
What student association fees?
So we're the student association, and we kind of host these events for the students. And a part of your tuition is included in the student association fees. So they're already paid within your
So
tuition.
it's already paid. You don't have to be like asking
No.
every individual person you want to join, like, hey, have you done this? Okay.
No, absolutely great question. Already included. So you are good to go. So it says how about clubs for first-time students? First-time students or fourth-year students to second-year students, everyone's welcomed. If you have a club you're interested in starting as a first-year student, you're more than welcome to. If you have a club that you're interested in joining as a first-year student, again, more than welcome to. There's no year rules or regulations for that.
Me again. Hi. I noticed that on the same website, there were only like 4 clubs that were listed.
Yeah, so
Or,
right
like when you
now,
click join, is that because like new clubs, like clubs are made from scratch each year?
yeah, so we do have to reinstate clubs because people graduate, and what we have club leaders for each club. So we have to have those people aligned for each club. And we're just in the process of getting those people back into the clubs. More clubs, like I said, will be coming as more people kind of say, yeah, I'm going to take on the leadership role and I would like to, run the club. And that's why you're going to see that there's actually approved clubs and pending clubs.
So would you suggest if we want to be part of a club that we don't see exists yet, should we wait a while and see if one pops up, or should we just go, okay, I'm going to organize whatever club?
I would definitely recommend organizing one. If it's not in the pending, I haven't been able to get in contact with anybody who's interested in taking on that leadership position. So maybe you could be the leader of the club, and then there's already members who are interested in joining, and we can kind of combine a previous club with your interest in being the leader for the club. Or if you're not interested in being the leader, you can maybe be somebody who finds the leader if you're really passionate about starting that up. So yeah, please reach out if it's something you're interested in. Nothing is a bad idea. I'd love to hear what you guys are interested in.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Nicole, there was also a question. It says, depending on the course, what is the typical balance between club meetings and schoolwork? Most clubs
Yeah.
are weekly, right?
Most clubs are weekly. And again, that's up to you guys. If as the club leader, the co-club leaders, and the people who are members of the club, you can kind of decide what works with your schedule as a group. If weekly meetings are just a bit too much for you guys, you can do monthly meetings, bi-weekly meetings, whatever fits in your schedule. So it's really up to you guys. If you're overwhelmed with exams, we can kind of skip that month and then restart again as things quiet down.
I also see Kat starting to answer some questions in the chat as well. Kat, I don't know if you want to introduce yourself as well.
Sure. So hi, my name is Kat, and I am one of your 8 directors on the board with the Students Association. So I was just answering Shamel's question. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that name correctly. But in terms of how to log into your class tomorrow, it would be through Brightspace. I can post the link to get onto Brightspace, and then you would sign on using your Algonquin College credentials. But yes, anyways, just to introduce myself, I put my email earlier. I will put it again in the chat before we end, but I'm definitely here to be a resource or help if you have any questions or comments that you have about student life or the Students Association or what we do or anything like that. I definitely welcome any and all emails.
Mm-hmm. Thanks so much.
I've
And-
returned with more questions. I have hundreds of them. So are student sports running this year? Sports teams, rugby, that kind of stuff. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's a great question. I actually don't 100% know what sports
I
are
can
gonna be
I can
running
answer
what-
this one.
Yeah, Pat.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
this is probably best of us up in here. Yeah, so currently right now for varsity sports, the Algonquin Students Association, Algonquin College competes in rugby, soccer, basketball, and volleyball. Earlier this summer, we made the decision to not compete in rugby and soccer this year just due to COVID protocols. So rugby and soccer will not be running this year, and basketball and volleyball should be announced by the end of the month.
Okay.
But that leads us into the opening of our athletics and recreation center. So we have a brand new 150,000 square foot athletics and recreation center located on the Ottawa campus, which is beautiful. That building will be open on September 27th for students. It has a rock climbing wall, bowling alleys, a bouldering section, golf simulators, a games room, 3 brand new gyms, a brand new fitness center, all sorts of activities for all types of students, which is going to be really, really amazing.
Are we allowed to go to the center if we're not on campus?
Yep, the center will be open to all students.
Cool, great, lovely. And is there like a membership fee? Does it cost to go there?
No, all fees for the Students Association are included.
Okay,
So there
great,
won't be
lovely.
there won't be an extra membership fee for the Athletics and Recreation Center.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Posted a link there where you can see some of the photos of the new Athletics and Recreation Center. And it is so cool. I'm so excited for it. I think it's going to be a really fun location on campus. So Jessica, you mentioned a little bit about sort of what the food cupboard does. Do you want to talk a little bit more about how students can access that if they do need emergency food support?
Yeah, so students who have any classes on campus are able to come to the food cupboard in person. I'm here Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 8 a.m. till 3 p.m. Basically, you would just go onto the website. I'll post a link there in a second. You'll fill out an intake form. You'll select all the food items that you want and you need. And then you'll pick a date and a time that you're able to come and pick up. Basically, you'll come in, it'll be ready for you to go. Just bring some bags and then you can head out. For those students who are working remotely and are not local, there are virtual options available that they can submit, and we can look at possibly sending gift cards to them. Any
That's
questions
awesome.
about that? I'll just give that post to that link.
I think Pat posted the link to the food cupboard in the
Oh.
chat as well.
Perfect, thanks, Pat.
I see a couple more questions about clubs in the chat. How can students start a new club if they want to?
Yeah, so the clubs and community website on the Student Association webpage is going to be your best resource. So right there, you can click the link to join a club, and it's going to show you all the clubs that we have available. Again, keep checking to see if there's more clubs that you're interested in joining as we kind of get into the school semester. We're going to be adding more, because you can also create your own club. And if you're somebody who doesn't see something out there right now, send me a form filled out for creating your own club. There's going to be a link right there beside joining the clubs, and we can set it up. We can work with what you want to do and what people are interested in doing, and you can set your own club up right there on the website.
So what sort of information is asked on that form?
Yeah, so we're going to ask if you're a full-time student, if you have any interested members. You do need 12 full-time students to be a club, and that's just going to be anyone that you can find who's interested in joining the club. We're just going to need their names and emails, and once we have 12 full-time students, along with a leader and a co-leader of the club, you can get approved, and we can put you on the website, and people can join you all semester long. And you're just going to get updates from me about what what you can do if you want to book a room or if you want to have an event on campus. Things are going to take a little bit longer with COVID, but we're working with students to try to get as many things done online and in person for this semester. So let me know if there's anything you want to do, and we'll try to make it happen.
That's awesome. And I know Clubs Fest is often an opportunity for students who maybe need just a couple more members for their clubs, things like that. Is that still going to be the case?
That's a great point. Thank you, Quinn. So Clubs Fest is going to be October 6th. It's going to be virtual this year, just because we have a lot of virtual students. And it's going to be a great opportunity for you to see what clubs are out there. If you're not 100% sure if it's something that you want to join, if you're not sure if it's something that you're excited about, they're going to be able to talk about their club there, and they're going to be able to share what they do, how often they meet. If it's something that makes you tick, then you're more than welcome to join, and you're going to be able to kind of ask questions from them and get to know a little bit more about them. Again, if you are somebody who wants to start a club, but you don't know how to find those 12 members, this is going to be an opportunity for you to come on and say, this is a club I'm really excited about. If you're interested in joining, here's the information, email me, and let's get the club going. So that's going to be a great resource for you. So make sure to reach out to me before October 6th so we can get you on that scheduled Zoom call.
I love it. That's great. And what clubs are currently available to join?
Yes, we have a music club. We have a tabletop club. So if you're really into board games, we have a board game club. We have a software engineering club, and we have a rock climbing club. So there's a few that are pending right now, which means that they just need to either get some more members or they need to finish like the leader training that we have available. And a few of those are also going to be coming online.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I see a question there.
Hi, I'm sorry, Amani. I don't have a hand thing to show that I need to speak, but I raised it anyways. Hi, guys. I'm super excited to come home to Canada after almost 2 years abroad because of COVID. I'm so excited to join Algonquin, and I'm excited to meet all of you, hopefully one day soon in person. I would like to start a film making club if it's possible, because I'm a film director and a writer. I'm in the script writing program. If that is something that would be possible, I would very, very much like to do that. It's what I want to do. Like, that's why I'm coming home to Canada, to make great content and great movies. So if any of you guys are interested, let me know. Let's do it. Let's make movies.
Yeah, that's awesome. We would love to have a filmmaking class or club, sorry. So yeah, please message me the form. Let me know that that's what you're interested in. If you don't have the 12 students or members available, still send it to me. We can work together and see if we can find those 12 members. And then we get going, and we can, for you specifically, make some films or provide areas on campus where you can talk about films or discuss filmmaking and things like that. So that's a great idea. Definitely would love to start something like that.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, wow.
I'm in Jordan, all the way across the world.
That's awesome. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
I see a couple more hands up. Miriam? I think you're still muted right now.
Sorry. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in Ottawa. So is there support for BIPOC students during COVID, like from the Algonquin campus, because of all the crap that's been going on in the media?
Yeah, so there's a few different places where students can go for support. Sort of one of the services that is focusing on, equity and inclusion broadly is the Wellness and Equity Center.
Okay.
So if you want to talk to someone, I am available to talk to, though I am not BIPOC.
No, like, you don't have to be BIPOC, like just somebody of a minority, because like any minority, like just because it's just for me, like I'm okay with being an advocate, like in my personal life. I just don't want to be one 24/7. Does that make sense? Like,
Absolutely. That's 100% fair. And I think that that's like, no one should have to be an advocate all the time. And
so like it's like I could talk to you privately, because I don't want to
yes,
say on the I could talk to you privately. But it's difficult because I'm like I find it difficult during COVID because I'm like I lost my dad to COVID, and then all the crap in the media about like BIPOC and COVID, and I'm like, can I just be myself? I don't want to be an advocate. Like, can I just be
yeah,
myself? Like, I don't want to be an advocate. And then like constantly people wanna ask me stuff, and I'm like, talk to the government, don't talk to me.
yeah. Miriam, I'm so sorry for your loss and for the fact that you are constantly having to do all that work to make things better when you also just need to be yourself and be you and exist.
Yeah, so like I'll talk to you privately in the chat
Mhm.
because I don't want to say the other way I'm in a minority during the live Zoom.
Yes. Yeah. And I'll put
uh,
my email address in the chat so that you can reach out to me
uh,
privately by email, or if you'd like to set up a private Zoom call or phone call, or even
it
I'm
just
on
is
campus.
hard. It just is hard this year because normally I don't care. This year I'm like I would like to be on campus if I could. So like that's why I asked the question, but I'll talk to you privately in the chat.
Yeah, thank you so much, Miriam, for asking that. And I see another question from Bhavya.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm an international student starting in fall. I actually wanted to start an Enactus club. And on the website, it says that you need some person who is working at the college to be a part of it. So who do I need to contact for that?
Yeah, I can answer this one, Nicole.
Thanks, Patrick.
Yeah, no problem. So you're talking about Enactus, which is an outside organization that partners with post-secondary campuses a lot of the time to start a club. So you would have to talk to Enactus to follow their guidelines. The Students Association has current criteria that is just campus criteria for active clubs. The guideline that you're speaking to is a guideline put in place from Enactus. So my suggestion for you is to reach out to your program coordinator. That's someone who normally signs up to help with a club that is a partnership with an outside organization.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
What should we do if Club Fest is during a class? Like what?
So the Club Fest will be virtual, so it will be recorded. So hopefully somebody asked the questions that you have during the virtual and you are able to watch it. But if not, please email me the question. I'll be able to ask for you on your behalf.
Thanks. I have another question as well. What kind of responsibilities should a club leader have?
Well, the club leader is able to kind of diversify their responsibilities with the co-leaders that they have, as well as the members. So they don't have to take on too much. It's more of just like having somebody that we can contact in case we need to get in contact with the club, and taking on a lot of like email questions about the club, and along with the club leaders and the members organizing events. So the responsibility, I don't think it's too heavy. Again, if you have a full course load, it might feel like a lot. So if you are a club leader and you're feeling a little overwhelmed, let me know and we can maybe find somebody else to take on that role as the semester goes on.
All right, thank you so much.
All right. Oh man, so many great questions. Yeah, please keep the questions coming, either by unmuting yourself or by putting questions in the chat. yeah, we're sort of best suited towards answering questions about things that are particular areas within the student life area of your Students Association. But we will do our best to answer any other questions as well. Jessica, I see a question around the food form. Do you just fill it out one time?
So you'll fill it out each time support is required. So you can use the service once a month. So each month you would fill out the form because your needs may change and your reasons for accessing will change. And we basically collect the information so that we can know the main reason somebody is using the service. That way we can look at broadening like our relationships with other community members that we can link you with.
And how is funding decided for each club?
Yeah, each club has a set funding it's preset. So it's not per club, or it's not decided based on the club. It's decided when you sign up for a club.
Mm-hmm. I see a hand up from Mackenzie.
Hi. I was just wondering if you guys ever had like any like drama clubs or performing arts in the past. I know you mentioned a music club. I'm just wondering, like, what does that specifically entail?
Yeah, we don't currently have a drama club at the moment. The music club does have a description on there that says that they play and listen to music. So I think it is specific for music. But if you're interested in joining or starting a drama club, that sounds fantastic. And we can definitely look into what you would want to incorporate in that. So you can be very specific in what the drama club entails, or more broad if you'd like to open it up to a wider range. And we do have that opportunity to write a description so people signing up kind of know what they're getting into.
Okay, thank you.
That's awesome.
Oh, hi. What restaurant is there in the Arc?
It's going to be really exciting. It's a brand new restaurant.
Do you want me to take this one, Quinn?
I'm like, can I say the name of it?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, you can.
So it's the Wolves Den. And it's going to have all sorts of amazing food. It's going to be building on the amazing restaurant that we already have on campus, the Observatory, but having a different set of foods. I think it's going to be really exciting. Pat, if you want to add to that, though.
Yeah, for sure. Also, that was a great description, but the very exciting thing about the new restaurant is there will also be a patio, which is great. So there'll be an outdoor space where the weather's nice, it'll be covered. So there's a great area for students to be able to sit outside and still enjoy great food.
It's going to be great. There's like billiards tables and golf simulator there. It's going to be really good.
Cool. What kind of stuff do they have on the menu? Just if you're allowed to say, I don't know.
The menu hasn't been publicly announced yet,
Okay.
So
Right.
I'm going to reserve that one until you come to campus on the 27th and get to enjoy the food.
All right, thanks.
No problem.
It's going to be great, though.
Larissa has a question, I think.
I do have a question, but I can't find the little hand symbol thing. A few questions ago, you were talking about how club funding is decided when you first apply for the club. Is that like, do we come to you with a number? Do we say we want whatever, $200, and you say, yeah, okay? Or is it like, how does the funding work? More information, please.
Sorry if I wasn't clear enough on that. The clubs automatically get a set funding. So whether you're a drama club or a music club or a climbing club, you're automatically going to get a set funding that's predetermined before any club even starts. It's just kind of like the rules and regulations that we have put in place. So that's just kind of like already done for you.
Great, wonderful, thank you.
No problem.
I see any other? Oh yeah, Amani.
Thank you. I just wanted to ask, because you're working, Nicole, in the clubs and community, as well as the food cupboard for Jessica, is there any opportunities for volunteering and helping out other students? because I do have a lot of time and I would like to participate in helping out other students. Like, is there any way we can, like, is there like a kitchen or something? I'm a really good cook, or if I can volunteer and help out, like, you know what I mean? Like, what can we do? I know winter comes and soup is good, and I'm really good at making soup. So if you guys want me to help out, I would really like to. If there's any volunteer opportunities or in any area, like in any, if there's anything you can comment, please.
So I'll speak specifically for the food cupboard. So we don't have a kitchen or anything. So we do give out mostly non-perishable items. In the past, the times that we have taken volunteer students, most of the time it was to help portion out rice or sugar. Sometimes they can help me with food drives or even just doing like tabling around the campus, just giving people information about the food cupboard. Obviously, currently we haven't been able to have any volunteers, but if you like, you can always send me your information. And then if that opportunity ever arises, I can reach out to you.
Yeah, and Patrick put a link around volunteering on campus into the chat. Maybe start a cooking club?
Yeah.
I don't know, Nicole, what do you think?
No,
I
that
can
sounds
make you
great.
guys a bunch of hummus. I'm like the best Middle Eastern cook. I'm Arab, I'm Palestinian. I can make hummus and falafel and you name it. I can make it. So yeah, let's do that. Maybe like a welcome gathering, something of sorts, if it's possible at some point. And of course, I mean, I think food brings people together. And unfortunately, because of COVID, we've all been so separate and so distant from each other. And I think learning and food brings us together as a community. And I would really, really like to be there and support other people who need it. You know, it's from my heart and I want to do it for everybody.
You already got a few people in the chat saying they join.
Exactly.
Yay!
So we've already got 5 out of the 12 students that you need. So
Awesome. We'll do like a potluck or something. Awesome. Good. So excited.
A food tasting club. There's a good one.
Nice. I love it. Well, and actually, I'm just going to circle back around. A little while ago, someone asked about the if there was like an LGBT club. I'm going to take a second to just plug something that's coming up from the Wellness and Equity Center. Keep an eye out for Campus Pride Week, which will be happening from September 27th to October 1st. So keep an eye out for all the details coming soon around that. And you can always find all of the events from your Students Association right at the link that I will post in a chat very soon. So many great opportunities as well. Ooh, I see a question if there's a mindfulness club.
that sounds like a great club. We don't have it started yet. But again, if you are interested in starting that, if that's something you really love, please let me know. I put a link out there where to start a club. If you don't have all the necessary requirements yet, still send me an application. We can talk about figuring out meeting those requirements and going from there.
Oh, I see a question around what mindfulness is, and maybe I can start off answering that, but Diamond, who asked the question about a mindfulness club, can also jump in if you want to. So mindfulness is sort of a practice of, like, it can be similar to like meditation, but just sort of paying attention to the present and the now. Oh, I apologize, I'm not very good at this game. But yeah, mindfulness is sort of like oftentimes it might be something that people practice within meditation or things like yoga as well.
It's really good too with students because there's so many times where it's like really high stress points and then really low midpoints. So it's like being able to ground yourself. And I love that grounding techniques, being in tune with yourself. That's super important, especially if you're on your own for the first time. So I think a mindfulness club would be a wonderful idea. And I think a lot of people would benefit from that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be great. I did see some questions around sort of like COVID related questions. So I'm going to put the website that'll sort of answer all those questions in the chat as well.
I think an important one to note is that if you are planning on coming to campus, having the app that the school provides is really helpful to be able to get into the doors as quickly as possible. You can upload your vaccine passport there, as well as doing a self-screening, so you don't have to take too long filling out a papered form once you enter the school. So that's going to be your biggest asset, is that app for you.
And what's a pending club?
Yeah, so a pending club is a club that has reached out and is interested in either rejoining for the new semester or starting brand new. And they're just going through the process of getting approved. So either we're waiting for them to finish the leader club training, which is just a short info packet that they have to process, or they're looking for a co-leader or a leader, or they're waiting for those 12 members to sign up. So a club can go very quickly from pending to approved, but you can still join pending clubs because most likely those pending clubs are going to be approved in a very short period of time.
That's awesome. So even if you're like, oh, I don't know if this club is going to exist, join it, and that might help them get their
the 12 members that they needed to join. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. And if you are interested in becoming a leader or a co-leader, also reach out to the club's email that they have on file, because they might be looking for somebody to take that position. So if you're like, I really love music, I would love to be a part of like maybe a more leader position, please email the emails that are provided there, because they would maybe love to have somebody fill that position.
Amazing.
Cool. And I don't know if you want, but I think there might be a whole new fresh bunch of people on. Do you think that we should just go through and do like a quick overview of our areas again?
Let's do it.
Awesome. I'll let you start.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. Thanks, Jessica. So hi, everybody. For those of you who weren't here at the beginning of our session, because we're sort of, I know people are kind of coming and going, which is fantastic. My name is Quinn Blue. I'm the coordinator at the Wellness and Equity Center. And what the Wellness and Equity Center does is sort of a fairly broad range of things. We focus around mental health and wellness and all the different equity-based issues that can impact that. So we do events, programming, education, peer support around 2S LGBTQ+ communities, disability, race, and all sorts of different sort of diversity and inclusion type issues.
Awesome. And I am Jessica. I'm the coordinator for the Food Cupboard. And the Food Cupboard is in a service that's for emergencies. So it's for students who are unable to purchase food or have no money that they can't go buy anything. Basically, you can use the service once every month for when you need to. You get a 3-day supply of food. All you have to do is just go onto the website. You'll fill out the intake form. You'll pick your date and time that you're able to come pick up. Just bring your bags, and then you're good to go.
Nicole. And I'm Nicole. I'm the clubs and community coordinator. So basically, I help students join clubs or start a club and kind of help them through that process and go from there. Yeah.
Awesome. And I see a question from Fatima.
Yes. Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I had a quick question for the clubs. Where do we contact you for if you want to start a new club and we want to
either register for the Club Fest to find people to join in?
I mean, you're more than welcome to reach out to me through my email, but we also have a starting a club contact information sheet on our clubs and community website. I can put a link there for you along with my email address. If you have any questions, I can direct you to the right info page, or I can answer it myself. So I'll just do that now.
All right, thank you so much.
What are some other clubs that have existed in the past, but that aren't currently active? Just to, I mean, just to plant some ideas for people.
Okay, I have a list. So this is a great question. So we've had Carpentry Club. We've had All Things Disney Club, Christian Club, an Indigenous Youth Health Club, a Paddling Club, Leading for Change Club, an AC Social Group Club, Camera Club, Science Building Club, Sustainability Club, a Snowshoe Making Club, Supply Chain Management Club, and Early Learning Club. So clubs range from all different parts. You can really do whatever your heart desires. We do have a few rules where it has to be available to all students, and it has to have 12 members. But other than that, you really can do whatever you like to do. Again, there are some rules and stipulations with that, but we really try to encourage people to be as creative as possible. There isn't a coding club at the moment. There's software engineering, but again, I'm not 100% sure if that aligns with coding or if that's looking specifically at coding.
But again, if you would like to start a coding club, please go for it.
Yeah, camping club would be a great one. And with the ARC opening up, there's also access to a lot of facilities that we didn't previously have before, like a bowling alley, like a golf simulation, basketball courts, dance studios, yoga studios. So we have lots of facilities to help you with your clubs, especially if it's sports related, or just if you need a little extra space in an active area, we can definitely help you out with that. So yeah, dance studios, be creative. If you want the space, we have it now. So let's use it.
And someone mentioned that they can only see 4 clubs right now.
Yeah, so we only have 4 approved clubs at the moment. So that means that those 4 clubs have gone through the process. They have their 12 members, they have their leaders and their co-leaders, and they are ready to go. We're hoping that that number doubles, triples, quadruples as time goes on. We were waiting for students to kind of come to campus to really focus on school and the club facilities that we have available here. So please keep an eye out if you're just interested in joining something, not really interested in starting. Keep an eye on the website. More will be available. And then also Club Fest is going to be a huge way to kind of see the clubs, see what they're offering. And if it's something that you're interested in joining, Club Fest is going to be on October 6th via Zoom. So watch out for that. The Rock Climbing Club is in Pembroke campus. I'm not sure. I think Ottawa students, Patrick, maybe you can help me out with this one.
Yeah, for sure. So if there's a Pembroke-based club like the Rock Climbing Club that is based off the Pembroke campus, you could create an Ottawa-based club. Obviously, Pembroke is quite a distance away. So if you wanted to create that club on the Ottawa campus, feel free to do so.
And now we have the facilities too at the ARC with the rock climbing wall. So that would be a great club to start on this campus. I think it was previously at the Pembroke campus because they had the outdoor course. So they had access to gear. So clubs do not require additional fees. You've already paid the fees with your tuition fee to the student association. So there's no additional fees unless the club specifically requires an event that needs a fee, but I don't see that being an issue in the future. We really try to fund clubs and make it accessible to as many people as possible. So yeah, there should be no additional fees if you'd like to join a club.
Fantastic. Are there other questions that people have? There's a question around a prayer room. There is the spiritual center on the second floor of E building, the student commons. And that would be just across the bridge from the ARC. So it's fairly close to that as well.
For the member question of the clubs, member lists are confidential for clubs. Just we have emails available there. So if you are looking to see how many members are available, you can contact the leader. I don't think they'll be able to give out any information, but if you're looking for a number, that should be available to you.
Ooh, photograph club. Yeah. Photography club. Sounds awesome.
The ARC is not open for non-students at the moment. I don't know about the restaurant. Patrick or somebody else?
Yeah, the restaurant for non-students. So if you're a campus visitor or a contractor and you'd like to use the athletics and or the Wolves Den restaurant, which is located in the Athletics and Recreation Center, you could have access to it. You will have to follow all college COVID policies and guidelines to gain access to it. But you could gain access to it, but you would not be able to gain access to the fitness and recreation center space.
The STEAM Club does not currently exist at the moment. It was a club in the past, but it has not been reinstated. If that's something you'd like to do, that would be super sweet. We have people who are interested in joining that club as it was something in the past. I think we're just looking for a leader at this moment.
Yes, and I am seeing some more questions around the ARC. Important note is that the ARC will be opening up on September 27th. So we've still got a couple more weeks until the ARC is opening up, and they'll be posting sharing all of their information around how to access the ARC at that point in time as well. Actually, I'll also share the Students Association social pages, just because that's a really good place to find out more about everything that your Students Association is doing. Ooh, I see a question around which building is the ARC. So there's a whole brand new building, which is the Jack Doyle Athletics and Recreation Complex. Complex, I think, is the word. Here's hoping. And it's
center.
Darn, sorry. My apologies. I got that one incorrect. Thank you for the correction. But yeah, so the Athletics and Recreation Center, oh my goodness, which is a whole brand new building. It's sort of across the street from residence for people who are familiar with campus, and across the street from the Commons building. So it is in a great location. It'll be pretty visible. I think you'll be able to find it pretty easily. It is not the one close to the bus stop. It's sort of on the opposite side of campus from the bus stop that I think you're thinking about there.
So I see a question popping up a few times if we can get notified when new clubs are formed. And I think that's a really great idea. We don't have that set up at the moment. But that might be something I look into in the future, because I think that's great if you are interested in joining the email list and getting notified when new clubs are formed. Yeah, not at the moment, but maybe soon.
I see a hand from Gagan.
Yep. Can you hear me?
Mhm.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. I just joined few minutes earlier. I have a question. How I can join? I would like to join dance club. Is like how I can join it, and is this any date? So for joining this club, I wonder if I get this answer. Thank you so much.
Yeah, great question. We don't currently have a dance club yet, but I think I see a lot of interested people in a dance club. So maybe soon we will see one pop up. There's no time limit in joining a club. You can join a club right at the end of a semester if that's something you find yourself finally opening up with some time. And then hopefully the clubs will be, they have to go through a process each semester because students come and go. So hopefully in the next semester, if you join at the end of one, you can join back in the new one, but there's no time limit on joining a club. And if you'd like to start a dance club, you can. You're more than welcome to. I can put the link out there for starting a club and for joining clubs.
Well, thank you so much. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, a really good question. How do you, the question is, how do we campaign for a club when we make one? Isn't it harder since school is almost completely online? Yeah. So I think, like, how do you find members?
That is a fantastic question. I think that's something that we're running into a bit of a hard time right now because it is completely online. So that's why we're trying to push the Clubs Fest, which is a great way to advertise what your club's about. If you don't have enough members, that's a great way to advertise that you're looking for members and just kind of let people know if it's, say, a dance club that you're focusing specifically on belly dancing. And so members know what they're getting into when they come there and that's something that they're looking for. So Clubs Fest is going to be on October 6th. And that's going to be a great one to utilize for campaigning. After that, we don't currently have anything else aligned, but hopefully we can get a lot of people interested in that and you'll be able to reach your member goal.
And if not having your full members list is also a reason why clubs might be listed as pending, right?
Yes. So not having 12 full-time members, not having a co-leader and not having a leader for the club are going to be the reasons that a club is in pending. But there's a really good chance that that club is going to get approved very quickly because we've had interested people wanting to get the club up and running for you guys. So hopefully all clubs that you see in pending will become fully approved in the next week or so.
Yeah, but if students want to sort of tentatively start up their club and want a little bit of support from you around finding members,
absolutely,
that might be an opportunity as well.
We can get your club into the website of the Clubs and Community page, and students are directed there if they're interested in joining a club. If you don't have the full member list, we can campaign for you on our website and people are able to join your club if it's in pending. So that, Quinn, yeah, great point. If you are interested and you can't find the people, let me know and we can get your club out there and visible and hopefully people will start joining.
Amazing. All right, well, I think we're coming to the end of our session right now. This has been so amazing. I love hearing all of these fantastic questions. If you want to keep an eye on what your Students Association is doing, I'm going to post the link to the website. You can find us at algonquinsa.com. And through that, you can find all of our events, the clubs and communities information, food cupboard information, and Wellness and Equity Center information. Please follow us on social and please, join us at all future events. Check us out, ask us any questions. We are always so excited to answer any questions. We're absolutely here to chat with you about anything that might be going on for you. Any final words from Nicole or Jessica?
No, thank you everybody for coming.
I see a lot of interested people in clubs, so I'm eager to get your emails and I'm eager to get things started. So do not forget, if you're interested in a club or you're interested in starting one, please email, the sooner the better, and so we can get it out there for other people to join.
Thanks everyone for joining us. Please reach out to us. Please ask us any questions and follow us on social. We look forward to seeing you all throughout the rest of the year. Best of luck on your courses and your first week of school, whether it's your first week of college at all or your first week for this semester. Thanks so much, everybody.